This is more of an overview and giving you some notes and a checklist of the things that you should be doing. And these are the things that I did and my wife did when we first started. And so when we wrote this synopsis of this class, we just really consulted with each other and said, what did we do that made, a difference and made increased business and increase the branding? Because all of you guys are, for the most part, new to real estate, and you've got to get the word out there that you are a realtor, you are in real estate. So as I jump all over the place, one of the things I always start with is make sure that you have, and let me get my screen share up. Let me get a page up here. Make sure you have a presence. There we go. On Google Business. Anybody know what I mean by Google Business? And sure enough, my tablet went off when I said Google. So when I Google one of the top agents in Basking Ridge, the first thing I see is the Michelle Klug team. I just simply Googled her name. Okay. That is off to the right. That's a free listing. Okay. So it's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's huge identity. It gives you credibility. Here's my wife's, or unfortunately, she's in competition with her name with a violinist. So when you Google her name, a violinist pops up. So I have to actually put in the word realtor to make it pop up. Now, the way you do this, has anybody heard about this being a free service, or are you aware of it?
Dylan, all I'm seeing is, I don't know if I'm missing something. Oh,
No, I don't see anything either.
I'm only seeing your Zoom screen. Like it's not showing.
All right, what about that?
Yeah, now we see
Yeah.
it.
Oh, my bad. Thank you for pointing that out. Anytime that happens, feel free to interrupt me. So off to the right-hand side, that's the free Google Business that everyone is entitled to. Think about the way that it works. You're an independent contractor working for Keller Williams Metropolitan or Keller Williams Town Square. So you have a business inside of a business. So you have every right to list your business that you're setting up at 222 Mount Airy Road, or in Metropolitan's case, 44 Whippany Road. I set this one up years ago. I also set this person up and hundreds of others with Google Business Page. And it's so easy. It's really easy for you guys to just do it at home. Has anybody heard of this service? Okay, Amy, have you done yours?
I have not. I didn't think to do that at this point. That's
why I like doing this, because these are things that I feel like are so important that you guys can do yourself. So just all you want to do is just go to, Google Business. Really easy. You're going to click on Google Business. And at the top right, do you guys see a sign in button?
Yes.
So if you are signed in to your Gmail address that you want attached to your Google Business, and as much as I want everybody to stay at Keller Williams, what would happen if you didn't? And then you lost that Gmail address, that KW email address, and it's tied to that. So that's why when you create your Google Business page, you should be doing it under your own personal Gmail address. Does that make sense? If you should walk out tomorrow and go across the street to a Coldwell Banker, you don't want to lose your personal branding. And I don't want it to be tied to KW if you don't want it tied there.
Can I ask you a question about that? Because
Sure.
my fear with that, I mean, I get just inundated with emails between, my kids and everything else that I'm involved in. And I get concerned that would get lost in the mix. I feel like my business emails should be separate. So I really have been trying to just use my Keller Williams address. I mean,
you certainly can. And then what you can do is, if you do leave, switch, whatever. I mean, what Courtney had to do was honestly just create a business Gmail address. She hardly ever goes in there.
yeah.
But she did it just for that branding purpose only, because she's been at Prudential first and then Remax and then here, and each time was able to change the branding, as opposed to starting all over with a new company and new branding. Because the longer your Google business page is active and stays under the same email address, you're going to be in business that much longer, and it's going to give you that much more validity and credibility as your reviews built up. You can see already with, and by the way, to finish off what I was saying, once you have the email address that you want to use and you click on the sign in button, then it will take you through the prompts how to create your Google business. It's really super easy. And then what they do is they send us a postcard with your name on it that's got a code in it. And then we call you and say, hey, your postcard's in from Google. Would you like for us to open it up for you and give you the code? And then you come back and enter that temporary code or that code into your business page. And then it creates, they verified your address. Google Business, you can't just create a Google Business listing without them validating the address. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why it's important that I think that the email address stay consistent is just this right here. Just and it really does work. I'm a big believer in reviews. I know they work. She's already had 32 reviews on Google, all 5 stars, and buyers and sellers pay attention to that. They obviously also pay attention to Zillow and Realtor.com, which brings up my next point. If you have not created a Zillow or Realtor.com profile for agents, I don't care what Gary Keller says or any of the other anybody else says, every realtor must have an identity on the consumer sites. Deshay, you've been in real estate before, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so you know, and Chris, you guys know that it's never been more important to have a presence where the consumers are. If I go to Zillow.com and then sign in, right? And then it says new account at the top, right? And this is the most important button. I am a landlord, industry, or professional, right? Because if you don't create that, then you're just creating a consumer account. And again, it's just simply putting in your email address, password, select your real estate agent, first and last name. And then once you hit continue, then it's going to connect your email address with your Garden State MLS email address. That's how they kind of communicate with each other. And when I go and I take a look at, let's just go to Courtney's. When I go, yeah, Courtney. So she's got 95 reviews, which is not as many reviews as she would have liked to have had. And we definitely discuss it on a high-spirited level sometimes. But over the years, 20 years in business, but people call off these reviews all the time. They call and say, I was just looking at your reviews and I wanted to talk to you about listing or selling my house. So reviews are super important. I hope you'll keep that in your mind, and I hope you'll make sure that there's an ability for you to have a presence in these consumer sites. So Realtor.com, Google Business, Zillow, and the last one would be LinkedIn. And not the last one, but another one would be LinkedIn, where you can get reviews. And then the last one, believe it or not, is Facebook. Facebook, where you can have your business page and get reviews. She gets a lot of business off Facebook. Any questions so far? Yes, I'm getting ready to order t-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the Facebook thing, and this is, for anybody who has an idea, like what type of Facebook page would you make? Isn't there are different types? I mean, I just have a personal one right now and I'm not a huge fan anyway, but like I would do it obviously for business, but aren't there lots of different types of pages that you can set up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the guru on that. I'll be honest with you. That's more for Scott Leroy.
Okay.
And that's another good point, Amy. Thank you for provoking these points that I have.
Sorry.
Scott, no, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm gonna have you on every class. Scott Leroy,
I want
Tashay,
that.
Amanda, Tashay, Marion, Chris, Amy. Scott Leroy is your assistant. We don't really advertise that a lot, but between me and you, we pay him almost $1,100 a month to be your assistant. So he is there until he pushes back and says, no, Amy, that's not in our skill set. So for social media posts, for database maintenance, for pretty much anything Keller Williams related, we pay him to be there for you. I remember Scott 7 years ago when he just started out just by himself in a condo with his wife, and his office was in the guest bedroom. Now he's all across the nation, got a staff of 35, and he services over 300 market centers. He's making $11,000 to $2,000 a month per market center. He's doing fine. So please make sure, you guys have already got a relationship with him by filling out that questionnaire, so he knows who you are. So feel free to reach out to him for anything, including training. We'll get to that training part in a minute. So as far as Amy answering your question, I only know of one type of business page, and I don't have the ability to sign into another agent's business page. Let me try it this way. There it is right there.
I can't remember the names of them, but I know like you can set up, different types of pages. I just, I can't think of what they are, but.
So this happens to be, again, I always refer to Courtney because, we're partners and we're married, and I'm just very familiar with her business. This is her actual business page. She has reviews on here that'll list her services, and it's simply just facebook.com, Courtney Orlando Group. She does have somebody she has 3 different input levels. She has Home ASAP LLC, that we also have something called Back at You, which is a social media platform. She pays $75 a month for that, and they post content all the time. And then, of course, Courtney has her administrative assistant that just manages the accounts and makes sure that things are running properly, and we're doing command ads and Facebook and whatnot. So again, with the reviews, this is how this all started, is about having reviews at the multiple consumer sites that are available. Your buyers, your sellers, they're searching Zillow, Realtor.com, and Facebook. Make no mistake, that's where they're searching. And short of getting free leads from doing open houses, and everybody's aware of that, right? Amanda, you're going to be doing open houses for Kevin, I would assume, right? And then any of you other guys that need and want to do open houses, let me know. On Mondays, we always have a shortage of agents that will do open houses. So, and we always are putting the word out. Any questions before I move on?
Hey, Dylan, can I just ask,
Sure.
You may get to it in a few minutes, for open houses, right? Do you have any marketing material that you recommend we purchase, open house signs or anything like that?
Okay, good point. I don't recommend you buying them right off the bat as you're getting started. We have 50 open house signs here in stock. They're generic. It does have the office phone number on it. When they call anybody were to call the office number, the answering service has all of our agents' names and cell numbers, and they immediately forward the phone call over. So in reality, Chris, in the beginning, I would just check out 2 or 3 or 4 signs for each open house that you do. Going forward, we do have a contract, and we have a special relationship with Oakley Signs. So anybody that wants that information, just email me and I'll make sure that you have our contact. We get pretty good pricing. It's about $55 per open house sign with a minimum of 5 signs. 1 sign is probably $130, and then 5 signs is like $55 each. And it just keeps dropping the more you get. Okay, training. Let's talk about how we can improve knowing about training. When you sign into your MyKW, and when you got your Scott Leroy login information, it would have had a link to MyKW, and it would have your username and password. All of you on this call have that, except for Marion. I don't know if you've got your logins yet, but if not, you will. And so at the bottom right, you're going to select your respective market center. For people that work in Metropolitan, you're only going to see 914. Marion, you're only going to see 825. So I'm going to click on 914 intranet and show you a couple of things that are super important that will help keep you plugged in. It'll also help you with getting the word across when you want to do an open house or anything like that. So I got to go to two places on this screen. So the first place I'm going to go is at the top right, view calendar. So when I go to view calendar, it has all the classes for September. That way you can't miss them, but you're going to miss them if you don't sign in. So what I always tell people to do is click on the subscribe button at the top. Okay. And then under office training, office calendar, pick whichever phone you have or email client that you use. For Google Gmail users and Android phones, click on this. For Apple and iCloud, if you click on that, and both of those will give you a link where it will automatically auto-populate your calendar with our office trainings. That way you no longer have to search for classes. They'll always be in your mobile device calendar or your Microsoft calendar or your Gmail calendar. Any questions on that? All good? All right, so the other thing is we're going to go back to the beginning now so I don't lose anybody. So this is where we were once we clicked on 825 or 914. We saw the calendar, but now we're going to see all of these, this digital bulletin board. This digital bulletin board is how we have been communicating with our agents' needs for since the beginning of Keller Williams. And what happens is you click on add a post. It's going to be a group post. And you want to post this to not only the digital bulletin board, but you want everybody at Keller Williams Metropolitan or Keller Williams Town Square to get notified that you have a request. And so you're going to click on your roster. And then it's just like writing an email. I can do an open house this Sunday. So it's as simple as doing that. And then you can have a choice of writing a very short message, or you can click on the red down here at the bottom that says add a full message. So please contact Amy. I'm going to spell your name wrong, Amy. I'm sorry. How do I spell it? I can't hear you.
AIMEE.
Oh, I was close. So once I do that and type the little message in there and hit publish post, it will publish it on our digital bulletin board, but within 10 minutes, it will also email everybody on our roster what your request is. Now, it doesn't have to be for open house coverage. I had somebody at Town Square the other day that they were closing on a house and the sellers had left their old washer and dryer in it, and the buyers had a new washer and dryer. So what it was a little bit of a fight. They wanted the sellers to move it out, and the sellers had already closed on the house and gone. The buyers were just moving in. So one of the agents put a little message on here, free washer and dryer, come and get it. It was gone in 15 minutes. So, you know, the agent didn't have to lift a finger, just put the word out there and people jump on it. So it's a great way to communicate agent needs, new listings, open houses, furniture wanted, furniture need to be sold, car, whatever it might be that will help you give better customer service with your clients. That's what we use this for. All right, what else do I have in my bag of tricks? KW email to agent phone, sync internet calendar. Everybody knows how to get email on their phone. I don't need to show you how to do that, right? So when I first got on the phone, somebody mentioned that they were starting to check out the command training. Was that you, Amanda?
Yes.
Yep. So I tell everybody to go to SLM training. This is super huge. This is Scott, your assistant. He's much more professional than me and gives a lot better presentations. And he's actually more plugged into everything Keller Williams, like any person I've ever seen in my life. So when you go to SLM training, it'll bring you to this site. And it's only asking for you to put your market center number, which I'm just going to go ahead and put in 914. I'm going to log in.
You put 904.
914. There we go. Yeah, day drinking is good. So it's going to bring you right to this. So you got the questionnaire that you've already done. And what we're looking for now is we're looking for training at the bottom. Okay, so that will give you all of the classes that he is doing. Okay, with September classes. And here's the other thing, SLM. It didn't take me where I wanted it to take me. There it goes. SLM training. When you put in the number, this is where it's supposed to take you. And Amy, Amanda, this is where not only you need to be, but everybody needs to be. So don't worry about KW Command Overview unless you just want to get a highlight of it. I like going to KW Command Training right underneath the KW Command title, and also under Advanced Training. So Advanced title, training title, and then the subtitle right below that. Those are my two big training areas where I like to go to. I'm not going to go there now. I just want to show you where it is so I can move on to another topic. This is all about learning about our platform. He breaks down all 11 applets, and he trains on those on a high level. Don't get intimidated when you go to these links and you see 385 videos, because a lot of them are duplicates, and you really just need to go with the topic that you want to watch and the latest date recorded. All the newest recordings are always at the top, so nobody ever really gets past the first page of videos. Everybody normally just watches what's on the first page. Everything else is old videos that he hasn't removed yet. All right, what else? Facebook business page, listing and buyer presentations. So this is always fun when I show people this. Michael, and you're going to want to write this down, Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. It is on your Scott Leroy cheat sheet. It is all the way at the bottom, and it says MLMS. So this is the third-party vendor that Gary Keller has gone into business with and partnered with. They do everything Keller Williams, and we've been using it for years. Not every market center has it. We pay $800 a month. I think I pay this company, and I just had somebody, Wayne in Sparta office, contacted me the other day. They want to know how I liked it. They haven't used it, and my point is not everybody uses it, so we're really lucky here that we have it. So has anybody been to this site? This is fun. My wife lives here a lot in this world. So they're a graphic company. They're graphics. Their goal is to make money off of you, but I'm here to show you how to do the free stuff. Free stuff is very cool. You can do business cards, you can do door hangers, you can do multiple types of flyers, a lot like what Command already has for free. Postcards. So let me show you a little secret here. Postcards and then jumbo postcards. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
All right, Chris had to go to his meeting. I get that. All right, so when we open up postcards and jumbo postcards, and so I have top producers in this office, Courtney, my wife, and the other office in Basking Ridge, you know, $40 million a year producer, and she uses this every week. So I'm going to show you what she uses. Jumbo postcards, and then depending on what she's trying to do, if it's a holiday, what do we have? Labor Day coming up. So we're going to do Labor Day. I mean, we're going to do holidays. And the first thing that you see is going to be Happy Labor Day. You've got a flag here. You've got another Happy Labor Day. I'm just going to pick one in the middle just to give you a demonstration, okay? You see those postcards in the middle, Amy? Yep, good. All right, so I'm just going to click on this. we are going, my goal here is to give you a piece that's branded to you that you can put on your social media. You follow me? So right now you have a social media page, Facebook, Instagram, but what you don't have is content. So this is really nice looking graphic content here. Graphic content, that's not right, but content. So we're going to click on the handout button and we're going to go to continue to edit. Click on OK. Now, it comes up with this image for you to either edit or accept as is. I happen to pick one that wasn't branded to the agent. Now, you could just go add image and put down here and then, you know, just upload an agent picture, browse, see if I can find one here really quick. Agent headshot, and we'll go with Adam. And then insert image. So, you know, just, I'm going really fast here, so it takes a little bit longer class to explain it. I could have picked out one that already had a picture inserted with the agent's name on it, but I didn't. I picked out a generic one. But either way, you could do a template-based one, or you could do a raw one like this and then add the picture and then add text yourself. The bottom line is when you finish it, you're going to click on View Proof. Does anybody see that pop up? Do you see a black screen now? Anybody? You do? Okay. So download the front image. When I click on that button, that simply just downloads the front image to your computer. And then from there, you can just post it online. You can insert it into an email and MailChimp. And I'm going to have a MailChimp class soon. If you haven't heard of that, MailChimp is a high-level mass emailer. So I know that was really fast the way I just did that. So if anybody ever just wants to have a session, a 30-minute session on how to do this, I just want to move on to other features of Michael Lewis Marketing. Anybody have any questions on this before I move into another feature? And I'm available to do classes like this all the time. They don't have to be whatever you call it, scheduled. If anybody just wants to get together and just go over things, I'm all about that. Love impromptu stuff. Their website is very graphically laden, so it's a very slow site. So again, they have all those jumbo postcards. And by the way, they didn't have just holidays. They had prospecting. I'm opening it back up again. They had holidays. They had prospecting, the mobile app, life events, rent versus buying. Just we don't need to put rent versus buying right now, but prospecting is good because right now getting listings has never been more important. And here's one that was made up for COVID. We are still responsibly selling houses. We are still responsibly selling houses, thinking of selling. And you see, if I'd have picked out one of these cards right here, it would have automatically put in your picture and your name. Every one of you have an account to Michael Lewis Marketing. It's in your Scott Leroy cheat sheet. Okay. Amy, have you done your listing presentation yet?
Nope.
Amanda,
I don't know what that is.
Amanda, you've already done yours, right? Yeah, Tashay, you've got yours, right? Nobody's got theirs. I understand that because you know what? You haven't been shown where it is. Here it is. You ready? Under free stuff. Does everybody see that thing under free stuff? Okay. Now we're going to go with traditional listing presentation or high-end listing presentation. Quite honestly, can't really tell the difference too much. So we're going to go with a 2021 high listing presentation. It is PowerPoint. Most of you know PowerPoint. A little bit about PowerPoint. Amy, you know anything about PowerPoint? Good. All right, so I'm going to open it up. It's still downloading. We'll double click on it. I may have to screen share again. Yep, I do. I'm going to stop my screen share and I'm going to open up that PowerPoint presentation. Now, they're a California-based company. You guys can see that, right? So I'm on Able Editing. I'm just going to show you that this, I got in Able Editing. So see, this is just a picture, right? So what everybody normally does, and they also have these presentations in horizontal version. Should you just want to do a presentation for a computer, for a Zoom presentation, this is made for a booklet. And all of these are Keller Williams oriented, Keller Williams branding. Yes, they are California-based pictures because they are California-based company, but that doesn't stop you from adding your own pictures. You can also, obviously, with PowerPoint, you see it's got pricing strategy, it's going to have marketing strategy somewhere. Here it is. But you can do your own editing. So just when you thought you didn't have a professional Keller Williams presentation, you do now. It just takes a little work one time to brand it to yourself and make sure that you put your information on there. It already brings in a lot about Keller Williams. We have other suggestions about bringing in more pages for Keller Williams Metropolitan as well to add additional content. We have agents all the time that will put market share stats based on, you know, where they're doing the listing presentation. Again, my wife, other top agents are willing to share the current listing presentation that they use now, and it generated right here at Michael Lewis Marketing. All of their presentations generated right from this site, and then they just tweaked them and made them their own over time. Is this good? Is this good stuff? Cool. Any questions about this? Y'all you see the listing presentations, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to stop share. And then I'm going to go back to Michael Lewis Marketing again. What did I do with it?
For future rollovers, if that's the case. Just, I don't want to create too much, but just.
I hear something in the background. Is that me or somebody else? There we go. Okay, so all of that is under free stuff. In addition to under free stuff, they have buyer consultation. It's pretty much the same thing as a listing presentation, just geared more towards buyers. They also have email templates that you can plug in your picture, and then you get the really nice banner signature. This is in, I also believe this is in PowerPoint. So, so the free stuff in Michael Lewis Marketing has got a lot of value in it. The last thing I want to show you about Michael Lewis Marketing is really important. It's up at the top. It's called real-time data. Most everybody loves this. I know once I showed it to a few people, they started adopting it, and now Gordon Crawford team uses it on a regular basis, and they've done pretty well. So we're just gonna, this is put out by a company called Altos Research, and Michael Lewis Marketing recently partnered with them. So I'm just gonna add in Bridgewater zip code. And right now it shows El Segundo, California. Is that what you see, Tashay, in front of you? Okay, so now, and by the way, I have to fill out my name one time every time I'm signed in. Then I'm going to register. Okay, so immediately the data turned into Bridgewater. And you can see right in the top, it's a seller's market, and it's been a seller's market for a while. And you can see all these boring graphs and all this stuff below that I don't even understand. But you know what? Your buyers and sellers understand it. And so that's why we provide it all. Once you get into real estate, you're going to understand that your clients are just sponges. They want to know all the data possible. And the consumers as a mass, they want to know specific numbers. So here's what I want you to do. I want to see you guys go into your Facebook page. I want you to sign into Michael Lewis Marketing, go to this Altos page, put in a zip code that you want to promote on social media. And I want you to go up here to the share button. Okay. And let me move your pictures. And you see, you can share this by email. You can print it out as a full page report, as a PDF, a single page report, or better yet, you can actually just click one button. I don't know if I'm gonna have to stop share and reshare again. Let me see. Did you just see a pop up, Amy? Okay, good. So then you can click on share, right? And then it's going to take me to my page. And then it's going to ask me where I want to share it. You can put, Amy, you see my Facebook page, right? Okay. So you can put whatever message you want and start promoting this as you're coming across as the neighborhood expert, to be quite honest with you. The more of this stuff that you post. Do you see, let me go back here. No, that's not where I want to go. I want to go here. I'm going to leave. Okay, so I got the 08807, and when I click on share on Facebook, market profile, market action, you don't have to just share what I just pulled up. See, when it defaulted to the chart, and you don't have to share just the chart. You could share market profile, market action, share, and just go right to Facebook or Instagram. It can't be any easier. All these tools, and there's hundreds of them, are right here in front of you. And I'm just now in the beginning stages of teaching you guys all about this. And I'll be glad to cover it all in greater detail as we move forward. Don't feel like this is just a one-time thing. You can also, as I mentioned, print out a full report PDF. Engineers love this stuff. Do you see a white screen in front of you, Amy? Do you see a PDF now? So here's the full page report. So imagine you're going to do a listing presentation. You know, print this out and take it with you. You're showing a home in Somerville or Branchburg or wherever. Do a market report like this and take it and give it to your buyers. They'll be impressed with your knowledge that they think you have, when in reality, it's some big company printing out all this stuff that, you know, you girls probably understand it. It's way over my head. Okay, any questions about Michael Lewis marketing? Is that a good tool to use? Yeah, I think that's really good value that we have there. Stop share.
And this is on the Scott Leroy marketing page.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
All the way at the bottom. Listing and buyer presentations, Facebook business page we covered. And by the way, if you need any help with Facebook business pages, feel free to contact Chelsea. Chelsea's our social media guru, and she can certainly help out as well. She's awesome. I don't know how I could really get by without her and some of this stuff. Domain name, it's never been any more important. I still own TaylorEverest.com. Taylor Everest was my 13-year-old baseball protege nephew, and we were convinced he was going to be a professional baseball player. So I bought his domain name just to protect it when he was 13 years old. Of course, he's 34 now and blew his arm out in high school. But my point is, I noticed the other day, I still had his name in my list of 165 domains that we own. Some of the domain names that we own are Basking Ridge Home Value, Bridgewater Home Value, think Where She Works. So if you've got a certain community that you live in, I noticed we had Mosley Road, which is a house where my wife took a listing a couple of years ago. They're all $1 million homes. So she bought mosleyroad.com. You can really get creative with domain names, but everybody definitely should own your own domain name. AmyNatillo.com. You should own it. I own DylanBryant.com. I'm not sure where it's pointed, but Amanda Pilo, everybody should invest $12 a year to own their own domain name, especially, you know, if you've got a common name. Courtney Orlando, we were really lucky to get it in the beginning. And since then, she's had an anchor girl, a newscaster on the West Coast, offer her $900 for it. And then she's got a violinist that I mentioned up in Michigan or somewhere like that would like to have it. But my point is just get it, just to protect yourself. Mobile app, everybody knows about my mobile app so far? Is that yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've downloaded it.
Yeah,
I know
you know
about
what?
it. I just So I think that I wasn't signed up when I did it, so it's showing me more of like a customer than it is.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, Amy. Amy, so the technology for our mobile app, for you to administer that on your phone is actually not out yet. You have to administer your mobile app inside of Command. So the mobile app that you downloaded is the consumer app. And if you have that, then you need to go to the bottom right to the More button, and then make sure you select you as your agent. Tashay, you've downloaded it. Have you done that?
No, I'm gonna look now.
All right, so down at the bottom right, you should see a More button. on
Yeah, I
your
see it.
mobile app. So now go up and it says, select your agent,
It says find
find an agent,
an agent. Okay,
and then type in your name.
it says sign up or log in.
You've got to sign up as a consumer. So sign up on your first and last name, but use your personal email address.
Okay. Don't use KW email.
No, just want to use your personal email because this is going to be a consumer account. Any moment now, we're going to have the ability to share this a different way, but this is the best way that we found to share it so far.
Okay, I'm in.
All right, so good. Now go to the More button and then put find an agent. Select your name. Type in your name. Select your name.
I got it. Connect.
Good. Connect and then confirm or
Connect.
choose. There's like a couple of confirmation
Yeah.
buttons you got to do.
It says connect and then confirm.
Right now,
Success.
Amanda, have you done yours the same way?
I was able to download the app, but it wasn't letting me change anything in my profile, but I can get to command through the app.
Okay, so did you download the white icon with red lettering under KW Realty, the KW Realty app?
Oh, it was like blue. It's Hey Kelly.
Yeah, that's Kelly. That's the wrong app. That is the app that I'm talking about. We're going to be able to administer to our consumer app pretty soon. Right now, it's a little clunky. So I want you to go back to your Play Store and type in KW Realty. Marion, you're very quiet back there.
I'm listening.
Good. Amy, have you downloaded the consumer app?
Let's see. I did, but I don't know. It's like it was so long ago now.
That's
I put
okay.
it on the back burner.
Yeah, the consumer app is without question our most lethal weapon that we have. Did you get it downloaded, Amanda? I can't hear you.
Yeah, should I allow it to use my location?
Yes.
Right one. I don't know. Let's see. So Dylan, I have, let me see.
Can you hang on just 1 second? I got somebody right here. I just got to say. Sorry about that. Had to take care of something because I'm running a little bit over. So Amanda, you got yours downloaded? At the bottom right, the more button, and then go find your agent.
So yes, I was able to find myself.
Good. Now to Shay and Amanda, now that you've branded it to yourself, go back down to that more button. And then you're going to do share your app. See if you see share your app. Good. You want to try to make, believe it or not, you kind of want to make a habit of sharing that with 10 people a day.
So
10
the one
people a
that
day.
says share the KW app?
Yep. And that will share the branded app to you with whomever you choose. You can also share it on your social media pages. You can share it by texting, social media, emailing, number of ways to share it.
Got it.
The more you get it out there, the more clients you're going to capture, because no matter what listing they search, whether it be right here in Morristown listed by Weichert or in Bermuda, we just went international. We got other countries on there now. So no matter who searches out what property, if they like that property, then they inquire about that property, the lead is going to come to you. It's our single biggest lethal weapon that we have.
Okay.
Lead capture.
For bio, where do we put the bio? I haven't done it. I wanted to use the one I had already, but
The biography.
mhm.
Good. So that's going to be within command under the marketing profile.
Okay.
And this is where I turn this class from an hour class to 2-hour class. I can do it real easily because I can easily keep going. Unfortunately, I've got a 12 o'clock commitment with a one-on-one with an agent, and they're already here. So I got to wrap it up. But for now, you can just go into Scott Leroy and just email Scott and say, Scott, this is my biography. Can you please put it in command?
Okay.
You can say, Scott, can you go get my car washed today? I'm telling you, there's not a whole lot. He's going to put his hand up on that one, but I'm just saying, he's your assistant. Please use him.
Okay. All right.
You're going to say to Shay, you're going to go, Scott, I have all my contacts in my iPhone and I don't know what to do, but I want them in command and I want them hooked up to smart plans. He's going to say, I got your back. He's going to send you a little tool about how to download your contacts, and then you're going to send the download to him. He'll format them and put them straight into command for you.
Okay.
I
you.
have so much more. I have so much more to share, but I don't have enough time. Does anybody have any last minute questions? And then I'll schedule another one of these as well.
Okay.
Just would love to have you schedule another one. That would be great.
Yeah, let me just take a quick look. What's today, the 2nd?
Yes.
Mhm.
Sorry, Amanda. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
So yes, I can do on the 8th, which is Wednesday. I have a meeting tomorrow. I'm like you, Amy. I like to get stuff done. Oh, I could do another one at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Does that work for anybody, or is that too soon?
I could do 10 o'clock tomorrow. I would probably have to bring you with me in the car for a little bit, but I'll do that if anybody else wants to do it, sure.
Y'all good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you good with that, Amanda?
I won't be able to make that one. I'm actually meeting with Ryan Van Hara tomorrow.
Oh,
my
yeah, he's
Rising
the man.
Stars coach.
Good.
So maybe I will be able to catch up with you guys later.
Sure, no problem, no problem. So I will schedule it for tomorrow at 10. We can meet for 45 minutes or something. And then on the 8th, I have a dot loop class, and I could do 10 o'clock on the 8th and still make my 11 o'clock dot loop class as well, if that works for you guys.
I say,
I'll try to do Wednesday 8th, but tomorrow I am meeting with Sam in morning 9:15. So, I might be joining class a little later, maybe after he's done
Is that tomorrow or the 8th?
tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow I'll be here at 10, and then on the 8th, I'll also be here at 10. You know, I'll promote the class a little bit more and just see if we get more participation, but this is good,
Okay.
right? You
Thank
get
you.
a little value out of this?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah, I got a lot out of this. Thank you.
Sure, anytime. That's what I'm here
Can I
for.
ask you one last quick question?
Sure.
I know you did another training yesterday that I couldn't attend. And I was wondering if you had a video of it or if there's
Yeah,
someplace else to
yeah,
refer.
I do actually. I do. It's the same class that I taught. Let me just share my screen.
Can you please send me a copy too, please?
I'm going to show you where it is.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So this is my KW Metropolitan. This is my my training site. We put our calendar up here, but at the top under agent resources.
No, I don't think we can see anything.
All I see is your Zoom again. Yeah.
Oh, stop share. That's weird. How did I do that? kwmetropolitan.net. You should see it now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is my training site where I have the calendars. Under agent resources, under new agent setup,
New agents.
agent resources, new agent setup. The class I did yesterday was number 6, Garden State MLS.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, you guys really need to watch without fail 6, 7, and 8. Garden State is how to literally, I see millions of dollars made from practicing that. Amy, I'll be glad to go over the basics of Garden State with you as well. The listing class and the purchase class, I've got an agent that's waiting for me right now because they didn't watch these videos. It's going to take 3 hours to do of their time, not mine. I'm just reviewing it. If they'd have taken these videos first, they would have been able to complete everything in 20 minutes. So I'm telling you, number 6, 7, and 8 are huge for you guys to watch as you're getting started. New agent orientation, whoops. New agent orientation, my KW command, you know, it is what it is. It's an overview. New agent orientations, rah, Keller Williams stuff. And dot loop and green sheet. I'll have dot loop class next week, next Wednesday, the 8th. Okay.
And we just type in kwmetropolitan.net to get to this, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right. Anytime, guys. I love doing this. So yeah, feel free anytime you want me to do pop-up classes like this. I'm more than happy.
No, I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys. Thank you.
See you
Bye,
soon.
everyone.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.